First off, I want to thank the brave men and women who work behind the wall. I want to thank them on a national level because their job goes unrecognized.
How do they try to turn a guard?
Well, correctional officer. Sorry, I apologize. But correctional officer. How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi, host of Tier Talk, and I got a few emails today. It's the weirdest thing about the Good Ole Boy Squad. I am sure a lot of us have dealt with the Good Ole Boy Squad, and actually this is kind of personal to me. And the person is asking, hey Gange, how do you deal with the Good Ole Boy Squad? I would love your thoughts too. Do you guys know what I mean when I say the Good Ole Boy Squad? I mean, is this something that's just local, or is it kind of universal? Have we all dealt with, or do we have within our facilities what we would call the Good Ole Boy Squad? So when we come back from our sponsors, we're going to discuss the Good Ole Boy Squad. Never touched on this topic before, so it's pretty cool to have this email where people just email you their requests and you try your best to cover these topics. And guys, if you want to do that, send me an email. GangiAnthony@yahoo.com. G-A-N-G-I Anthony@yahoo.com. Now, guys, remember, the show Tier Talks for you brave men and women that work that front line in correction. So if you haven't, please subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. The bell's going to notify you every time I post up a video. I stand by for our sponsors.
I wanted to attend a university that had an intelligence program. I wanted to look at problems different. I wanted to increase my critical thinking abilities. AMU offered those avenues to expand. Obtaining your degree as an adult, you're actually paying yourself and investing in yourself. You can't put a dollar on it, it's priceless. It's something that can never be taken away from you.
American Military University. Learn from the leader.
Thank you guys for listening to my sponsor. Now, this isn't going to be an all-inclusive conversation. I'm very curious if you had interactions with the Good Ole Boy Squad. If you do have that in your facility, what is your story? But in this case here, the Good Ole Boy Squad was something that, let's just say, this person walked into when they entered their new facility. They weren't from that facility. They were from another facility. And in the new facility, there was this established Good Ole Boy Squad. And it was well known. It was a well-known squad. They were considered like oppressors, if you will. They actually were peers. A lot of them had the same rank, but some of them did make it up to higher level positions. And those that made it up to the higher level positions, they're the ones that were able to keep that Good Ole Boy Squad moving, keep it going, which is sad, but it's the truth. The thing is, their connection wasn't really a connection of true loyalty, like we're brothers and sisters and I got your back. It wasn't about that. It was about we know stuff on each other. So if you want to call that loyalty, it's a loyalty based on the fact that if you do something foolish, I know stuff about you just like you know stuff about me. And that's a very hard connection for someone to break. Because again, they're not connected because they're extremely loyal to each other for the right reasons, because we're family and we're supposed to be. They're loyal to each other because they got shit on each other, if you will. They got knowledge on each other that can be detrimental to each other's career. And when the person asked me, because they're dealing with this, and I'm going to kind of keep this brief because I really want to get your perspective on this, was how would you deal with the Good Ole Boy Squad? Here's what I found out. And guys, this is very hard. This is not easy. But I'm going to keep the advice here as simple as possible. That Good Ole Boy Squad is not well liked by many. Sometimes not even well liked within that own group. As I mentioned, their connection really isn't based on the fact that we're family. It's based on, like, I got shit on you. I got knowledge that's detrimental to your career. So the fact is, there's a lot of people on the outside of that group. So when the Good Ole Boy Squad approaches you on an individual level, yeah, they could have the ability to oppress you. They could have the ability to overpower you, make your life hell. But that's at an individual level. But if you guys take a look, there's more people on the outside of that group than on the inside. So what I started realizing is that the outside people need to get together They need to speak as one. And sometimes that only takes someone to stand up. Someone to step out of the crowd and say, hey, I'm not going to take this anymore. And then eventually, we hope, sometimes it may not happen, but for the most part it should. Because again, people may just get at the point where they're just fed up and they're waiting for that one person to just get out of that crowd and say something. They will come up and support that one person. Now, that one person, along with the others, has a collective force, a collective momentum that will eventually take down that Good Ole Boy Squad. I promise you. Again, nothing's 100%. Nothing's 100%. But the better odds are going to be that on an individual level, you're going to lose. But I promise you, there are more people on the outside of that group than there are on the inside. And if you guys get together, however that may be, you guys can ultimately bring that Good Ole Boy Squad down. I promise you. I promise you. But again, it takes everybody working together. Because the Good Ole Boy Squad, it is extremely, extremely divisive. It kills morale and makes us very vulnerable. So if you're going through the Good Ole Boy Squad, I promise you, you're probably not the only one in your facility. And if you recognize those that are in that squad, you're also seeing those that aren't. And that's the key. The ones on the outside will have more numbers than the ones on the inside. But I would love your thoughts on the Good Ole Boy Squad. That was a great topic. Again, I just got it now. Felt like I would touch on it briefly, but I would love your thoughts. Please comment. Tell me if you've ever dealt with the Good Ole Boy Squad. As always, guys, the show is Tier Talk. If you haven't, please subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. The bell's going to notify you every time I post up a video. As always, guys, stay safe.